GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation and was introduced by the EU. This was in response to the rapidly changing technological environment. The old legislation of most European countries was outdated and no longer met the demands to guarantee the privacy of data subjects. Parliament realised this legislation would have a significant impact on many organisations. Because of this, Member States were given 2 years to write policies and procedures to allow these organisations to comply accordingly. Finally, the GDPR was implemented on the 25th of May. Parliament realised this legislation would have a significant impact on many organisations.
This contemporary issue affects managers in relation to all their managerial functions. Managers must put plans in place to deal with data protection issues and any breaches of the GDPR to be prepared and avoid fines in the future. They must coordinate employees and make sure they are all aware of their new tasks that follow the new rules and regulations put in place. Managers must make sure to hire conscientious staff and provide them with correct data protection training. Managers will have to measure and evaluate the performance of the business to make sure it's complying with the new rules and correct any issues. They must direct and motivate employees so that they abide by the new laws. They must also lead by example and be aware of all the new impacts on the business themselves.
The main management theory that applies to this contemporary challenge is the contingency theory. This applies here as the GDPR could cause many contingencies for the manager in the future. The introduction of GDPR comes with great responsibilities for the manager of an organisation to effectively introduce the new laws under the Act. These days, one of the main concerns of the international environment is data privacy. Every time we buy a product online, pay our taxes or use a service, we must hand over some of our private details. Even without us knowing, information about us is being generated by companies and organisations. Now, because of the new laws under GDPR, they need to understand where data is being stored and where data is being used.